Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And you ever wondered what happens when you get something in the mail? Like, let's say I bought these Nike pants from Finish Line, and these came in the mail, but this has happened to me before actually. With walking out from the store, I didn't steal, whatever I bought, of course. And I got this. This is the receipt that I have from Finish Line for these pants. So I did buy these, but I was trying them yesterday, and all of a sudden I felt something on my leg, and guess what? This is the security tag from the store actually. So I'm sure this has happened to a lot of you guys, and you basically have two options at this point to take this out. You can either go to the store, that would be the safest option, but of course in my case, I just don't want to waste like an hour driving here and there going to the store, especially not these days when gas is four something dollars a gallon. So what I think I can try to do is, because I've opened these before, like the one that I had before, I just kind of chiseled it. It was a different setup though, and from what I can see here, this is a little bit more dangerous, because I believe what these signs mean right here on the side, as you can see, this looks to be a little, this is like an ampoule or little containers of ink that they break when you try to take these off. RFID is I guess it's the alarm that's installed in there when you pass through the doors, that'll make the alarm sound. But these little ink ampoules are really dangerous, because you could break them and then it starts leaking. It'll ruin the pants. I mean, I'm not sure about a black pant, but you may still be able to see the ink. So this is not a good thing to try at home, technically. I would only advise you to go and take them out, or let the store take them out of these pants. And of course, again, these are not stolen. I purchased these, so you can go back with the receipt from your online purchase, or even if you bought it from the store, and just make him take it off. But I'm gonna play a little bit crazy today, and I'm gonna take this off myself just for the heck of it and to make this video. And I've gotten a Dremel with a little cutting disc, and that's what I'm gonna try to do in this case. So like I said, we're gonna cut this off here, set up this little kind of an improvised table, but that's what I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use this Dremel with the disc to cut this off. And I believe what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this side here because it looks like it has more space. Maybe I need to think about it for a second. I can either attack this on this side. I kind of cut this cap open. This may be one way, or maybe if I want to stay just away from the ink, maybe I can just cut this side here, where I can start either from this gap inside there. Maybe I can start from that gap and maybe just cut, because if the back end of the pin, so basically the way these work is you have a pin that's connected to one of these caps that goes through, and there's two ink pieces on the other side. They're connected to a little lock, so when the pin goes through the lock, that's how it stays there. So when you try to pull out one side, the lock on the other side where the ink pieces are will break and the ink will leak out. So do not force this at all. We're gonna have to do this in a gentle way, and let's start with this opening. Okay, so I think here's the deal. So I'm gonna try to pack these pants or get them out of the way, because you don't want them to get messed up with the plastic that's gonna fly out all over the place. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut several times on this side, and we'll go from here. So we can see here clearly that there's a metal piece. So this has a metal base underneath. Most likely that is what it's holding the this whole back piece to the other piece. Remember, I believe the other side has the ink pieces, so we need to work or try to work on this side first before we can attack the other side if we need to go to the other side. But I'm scared to go to the other side because the ink pieces that can break easily. So at least here I can clearly see the metal, and we can try to cut this metal. Let's try to see if I can go here. Yeah, I think this is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to cut this all surrounding pieces here. So, see, one piece came out here. Okay, there's something plastic here. So, we see a metal cap. As you can see, there's a metal cap here with a plastic. I believe we can cut through this here to release the actual this cap out of the metal pin that's connected to the bottom. So let's cut another piece. Here we go, another piece, and you can see the same type of a deal, a metal cap. So there's a metal cap, and we see clearly a plastic piece underneath. So looks like everything is still fine on this side. Yeah. Okay, cool. We have a much clearer view of what's going on here. So metal piece on the top cap, and then we have this some kind of a plastic system underneath. So I'm going to continue cutting until I cut all the way through. Okay, I can feel the pin. This is the pin right here. See that middle piece, that silver middle piece right there? This is the pin that's connected to the bottom part. So that's going to be our hardest part to actually cut. Everything is fine on this side. Yeah. So next, I think I'm gonna try to cut on the side here because I can see some metal pieces. Like I said, I'm gonna try to cut straight through here. So as you can see, sparks are flying. This is a very hard metal right there in the middle, that metal piece, and it looks like it's pretty big too. Yeah, it definitely looks pretty big. I'll try to see if I can isolate this. Okay, a little bit more pieces coming out. There we go. The metal cap I was talking about, and here we go. Oh, okay. Now we have a revelation. So this is the actual locking mechanism of this. So the pin, actually, I thought the pin starts from this side going down, but it's not. It's the opposite way. The pin starts on this side where the ink is, and it comes on this side because, as you can see, there's some kind of a spring here. So normally, see, we pull out a string here, or a spring, that I'm gonna leave here, and this should have maybe opened by now. Can try to see if this will release. No, it does not want to release. I'm gonna assume the mechanism, the locking. What is this? Why is this? Why was the spring there? Okay, so logically, something is being compressed from the back piece going down, and now, this compressing this piece. You always have some kind of a locking system that's compressing. So I just grabbed this metal piece here, and I pulled it out, and that's got to be the locking. Oh, here we go. Here are the little tiny bolts. You see the tiny bolts? Oh, 1, 2. Okay, we dropped 2 of them. Here's the 2 tiny bolts. They're actually locking the pin. And here are the tiny bolts. They're locking the pins. There's one more that dropped down on the floor. Anyway, but this is what actually was keeping this locked in, and that's the pin coming from the other side. So it already loosened once I actually pulled this up, the little holder of the bowl. So this is how you open this, and here we go. Okay, so the ampoules, this is the ink ampoules, are even installed on this side. Okay, well, I guess we got lucky maybe. And I'm gonna try to pull this very careful. And actually this doesn't have anything. Okay, so lots of confusion. So I thought that this actually has the ampoules because it looked pretty solid with the warning. Actually it wasn't. The bottom side is the one that had these ampoules. And how these break, I'm not sure because this is hidden underneath this casing. But if you try to pull this out, obviously there's this metal cap. It's connected some way on the back end of these ampoules, and when you try to pull them out, these are going to break. And I mean, they're like kind of plastic in these plastic soft compartments. Do we want to try to see how we open this, just out of curiosity, because we already have this open? I guess I can try to cut a little bit more. I can try to cut straight through and see what's holding these. Okay, I'm not seeing anything here. And I'm getting to some kind of a metal backing. If I twist this, I know this is going to break. So obviously this cap here, the corner of this cap is how this was glued to this piece here, because there are two pieces. And let me see, I guess I can make another square cut here, or trying to make this a triangle. Okay, we got this freed. Actually, there is nothing connected to the ampoules. As you can see, this mechanism goes here, it locks in, and I thought that they will have some kind of a metal piece on this side when you try to pull this out that will make these break, but there's actually nothing here connected. So getting into this, like between the two of these, you mess up your piece of clothing, whatever you bought. So the only way to get out of this is you cut this back piece here and you open this. But there's, yeah, this ink, like we can see the green ink is just kind of floating in there into the space. The blue one also, there's nothing holding these. I don't see any kind of metal backing. There's nothing metal. There's no pieces, no metal frames or pieces in there. So anyway, Most important thing is we got this. This is open same way. There are no metal pieces, as you can see. It's just the ink right there. It's just free floating right there. You can see it through the plastic. It's just free floating and there's nothing connecting it. So probably these will break if you try to force the whole piece out, but this is the tag, or what's left of it, and we got it safely out. That's the most important thing. Usually I've seen these where they have like a little ridge at the end that holds the steel balls, but in this case it doesn't, so it's just the force of the steel balls. These steel balls, once you clamp it in here, and the steel balls will hold this and they will not release. So they use a special magnet on the other side to open, to separate these. I don't have a magnet, obviously. I'm not trying to condone any kind of theft. Again, remember guys, this is only for entertainment purposes. I bought these. I'm gonna keep them, and as you can see, they're not damaged. Everything came out in a normal way. I just need to kind of wipe these a little bit better, but as you can see, everything is fine. My pens are ready to go and I can use them. And this is the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. We destroyed a RFID security tag, alarm security tag from this store that I got these from Finish Line actually, and I'm happy. I saved the trip. I guess I could have gone, but it's all right. For entertainment and scientific purposes, this is what this tag looks like and how it works with the spring and the little tiny bolts and this locking mechanism. And again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy my videos. Please hit that like and subscribe buttons, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.